Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on October 5th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for education purposes only, and trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. Now, let's take a look at our calendar here. So today we had some data come out. We had PMI for British pound, and then we had PMI numbers that came in quite positive for the US dollar here. Non-farm employment numbers came in positive, and then we had Draghi and Yellen speaking. So coming up, we have retail sales and trade balance numbers for Australia. So this will be important. And then we need to, let's take a look for tomorrow here. We have ECB monetary policy meeting minutes. So this will be very important because this basically shows what discussions ECB had in regards to the monetary policy. So this is, even though it says orange here, this is actually quite important, and it can cause the markets to move, especially the euro here. So we'll have to pay attention to that. And then we have trade balance and for Canada, unemployment claims for the US. These ones are not as important considering we have non-farm payroll coming up on Friday, but the trade balance number here for Canada will be important. And then we have a bunch of FOMC members speaking and MPC members speaking, so a lot of central bankers speaking, but not the governor. So it's okay. So the comments can still move the market. So just keep that in mind. So let's go to the charts. Perfect. So it did work. All right. So daily chart here, we are looking at the euro. So euro is kind of at an interesting spot here. So it hasn't moved that much. Going into the ECB monetary policy meeting minutes. So excuse me. So at this point, we see a small candle body and a large wick on the candle. So that basically suggests that price is actually not as bullish. The wick here is rejection. So right now, we are going to trade this as a range-bound market. So this is the inside range. Price could go all the way into 1.1830, but as long as it stays below this level here, 1.1780, I'm expecting price to do one of these. So that's the plan for euro here. So euro is bearish to neutral here, but do keep in mind that because it is still going, it has closed up higher, it could go to the next level at 1.1830, but I'd be keeping an eye on 1.1780, which is this level right here. So the move that we could get is one of these, and then a drop over here. The secondary option is that price goes above, breaks above this level, and then in that case, it will go to the next level, which is right here, 1.1830. So that's the euro here. Let's take a look at British pound. Pound has dropped quite a bit. So we had pin bar close on this one as well. So this looks bearish at the moment. We're looking for a further move to the downside. Now with this one, we do need to see a break of this level. So we saw a bounce off of this level. Now price is sitting into it. So first we need to see a bounce of this level, but overall this looks bearish, and the target is 1.3150 to the downside. So this is where we are. Price has gone sideways for the last 2 days, and now I'm looking for price to go lower. So in this case, we could see price come and test that same level once again, which is 1.3290 level, or we could just get a test into the pivot point and then a drop. But overall, the bias is to the downside, and the target will be this 1.3150 level to the downside. But first, we need to see a break of this support and resistance level, which is our S1 level here. So 1.3220. So we need to see a break and then a continuation off of that. So this is the move I'm looking for. Price breaks through, retests the backside of it, and then drops. So that's the move we are looking for pound. So we are bearish on that. Aussie here, Aussie hasn't done a whole lot. So we saw it push up, but it hasn't come down yet. So this is looking bullish at the moment, but we are into strong support and resistance level here. So this level is could be a problem for Aussie here. So if the price breaks above 78.80, then we are looking for price to go to the next level here, 79.20 level. But if it doesn't manage to break that level, then we're looking for price to come back into this 78.20 level. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. So this is where we are. And the move that we can look at will be one of these. So price goes into 78.80 level and then drops from there. First target is 78.20, and if it still continues on, then it may even come back into this 77.80 level. But the first target would be 78.20. But prior to that, the test will come at 78.80 level. If it doesn't do that, so if it doesn't bounce off of that level, then we're looking for price to, if it breaks above, then our bias changes, and then we're looking for price to go to this support and resistance level. So that's the move that I'd be keeping an eye on to see whether we get a rejection here, or if the price breaks through, then a pullback and a further move up into our R3 level, which is 79.20. Going into New Zealand US dollar here, New Zealand is weaker today compared to Aussie. So this is a nice pin bar. We are looking for a further move to the downside. So 71.20 looks like a good level here. In this case, a test into pivot point. So it's dropped. So what I'm seeing a lot lately is that prices are moving prior to even the open of the markets. And in that case, it becomes a little hard to trade this because it drops quickly and then it pulls back. So we're going to need to wait for price to pull back into the 71.80 level, or even higher into this, 71.80. So right into this level here, and then look for a price to drop. So we do have Australian data coming up. Let's take a look here. Australian data is coming up in just a bit, which will have an impact. So 8:30. So in about 10 minutes, we have data coming out, which will have an impact on New Zealand dollar here as well. So once the price breaks this, see how it's sitting at support right now? So I'm looking for a break of that support and for price to continue lower into about that level, 71.20-ish level. So that's the plan with this one. So I'm looking for a break to the downside here, pull back, and then a move to the downside. Or if the price pulls up higher into either pivot point or R1, then I'm still looking for price to come lower, basically based on the daily close we have, the rejection that we have. So I'm looking for price to drop in that. Dollar CAD here. Dollar CAD, we have had, this looks bullish at the moment, but it's a very, very small move. So right now, I'm going to treat this as a range-bound move because price has just stayed in this range for the last few days. So at this point, I'm only looking to trade this at either at the top of the range. So if the price goes into top of the range there and rejects that range, then I'm looking for a move to the downside. And if price comes into the bottom here, we may get a push back up into the middle of the range. So only looking to trade the top here at 125.30-ish level for a potential short, or a potential long at 1.2420 level. So those are the two moves that I'm going to be looking at. But other than that, in the middle, it's really just choppiness. So I'm not looking for a trade there. In terms of euro pound here, euro pound has been interesting. So going into the ECB meeting minutes tomorrow, we could see a reaction here. So right now, price is pushing up. So we do have this bit of an uptrend, but now price is flattening out. So if price doesn't break this 80-ish level, we could see a break of this trend line and then a drop back into the middle of the range. So looking at our 1 hour chart, this is our trend line that's going up. It is into the high here. So two scenarios could happen. One is price breaks above the high. In that case, we're looking for it to continue to the next level here, 89.20. But if it doesn't break the high, and then we're looking for price to basically drop here, do one of these, and then drop further. and potentially go into this 88.30 level right there. So that will be the plan, but this one, it is still in an uptrend, but it's flattening out. So looking at 1 hour, as we can see, price hasn't done much, but it needs to show us a direction, because right now we still have this triangle going with the trend line. So we need to either see a break to the upside, or we need to see a break of the trend line, in which case we're looking for price to come back towards the middle of this range. Euro Swiss franc, bullish candle close for the day, so looking for a further move to the upside. The target would be 1.1530 level up there once the price breaks, but we do need to see a break of this 1.1480 level. Euro Swiss franc, pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc has been hasn't been as strong. So right now we are still in that range that we had established a couple days ago. So the only trade that we really want to look at for this one is a potential short at 129.50 and a potential long at 128.50 level. So otherwise, we're not really interested. But if you wanted to look for a short term, you could look at this little bit of a trend line to the downside. So if pound keeps dropping, we're likely to see this drop as well. But overall, it's still kind of range bound. So if price comes and test this trend line, or if the price basically goes and tests this level once again and gives us a nice pin bar like this, that could be tradable, but only looking to trade either the top here or the bottom, because right now it's smack in the middle and it's not the best place to be. Dollar Swiss franc. US dollar was strong today, so we are looking for a further move back up. So we had a nice bullish candle close here. So looking for a move back up into 0.9780 level. And that will be the place we would look for a reaction. So bias for this is to the upside with a target of 0.9780 level. Pound yen. Pound yen. So we rejected at this level at 149.87 level. That was the high. So now we are in this looks like a bit of a doji rejection at the top. So looking for the price to move lower. So in this case, first target would be 149.00, and then we could get a further move into 148.35 in this one, which is right over here. So that will be the target to the downside. So looking at this, so right now we did see a nice drop off of that, but right now it is pushing up quite strongly. I think just the yen crosses are pushing up strongly. So we are into pivot points. So if it stays below the pivot point, then we are likely to come back into this 149.00. But overall, it looks like it looks bearish here. So we're looking for a further move to the downside. So first target will be 149.00. Euro yen here, not much of a move for the last few days. It's just stuck right there. So not the best setup in either direction. So this one is, again, a range bound move, potential sell at 133.20 level and potential buy at 131.80 level. Aussie yen has been quite bullish, had a bullish close for the day. So looking for a further move to the upside, and the target here that we can look at is 8900, 89.00, could go even further into this 89.20 level. So we're looking for a continuation of this. So yesterday we had a bullish close, which gave us another bullish close. So we're now looking for a continuation. I would watch this level, 88.88 level right here, because we do have strong support and resistance here. So if price gets into trouble here and does not manage to get across, then we could see a drop. So that will be the challenge. But other than that, if that works, then we're looking at 88.20 as the next target. Dollar yen. Dollar yen, we have a pin bar. We have a big rejection in the bottom. So looking for basically for price to trade this all the way to the top of the range, and target is 111.20 level right here. So looking for price to go to that level, and then we may get a potential short opportunity, because this is a strong support and resistance level that we haven't, price hasn't been able to break for some time. and New Zealand yen. Let's change the chart. New Zealand yen, we are back. Not much of a move here. This does look bearish based on the candle close here. So looking for further move to the downside. The target here is 80.45, and then we're looking at 80.30 level. So this looks like a short, so bias is to the downside and looking for price to move down lower. All right, so that's all I have. Any questions or anything to add? Okay, doesn't look like there are any questions, so we'll call it a wrap, and I will see you guys tomorrow.